Have you ever replayed a conversation in your head 20 times, thinking about that one sentence you said wrong? Or spent hours wondering if you sounded insensitive or stupid? Or maybe someone didn't reply to your text, and suddenly your brain started creating stories? Maybe they're annoyed. Maybe they don't respect me. Maybe I said something wrong. While your brain was busy running a full investigation, the other person probably forgot the conversation even happened. And the crazy part? Most of the stress in your life doesn't come from what actually happens. It comes from what you think other people think about what happened. And then you come across someone who is the complete opposite. They say what they like. They make decisions without apologizing. They walk through life with this strange, calm confidence. Not because their life is any easier than yours, but because they've mastered something most people never learn: the art of not giving a damn. And once you understand what that really means, it will completely change how you think about stress, confidence, and freedom. But before we start, let's clear something up. Not giving a damn does not mean being rude. It doesn't mean being careless. It doesn't mean ignoring responsibility. It means something much deeper. It means being selective about what deserves your emotional energy. Because the truth is, most people today are mentally exhausted. Not because life is impossible, but because they care about too many things that don't matter. Think about your average day. You wake up, you check your phone. Someone posted something political. Someone is showing off their success. Someone is criticizing someone else. And before your day even begins, your brain is already reacting to 20 different things that have nothing to do with your life. And it doesn't stop there. Throughout the day, you worry about what your colleagues think, whether your Instagram post got enough likes, whether people approve of your choices. You end up living the day based on the approval of an invisible audience. And eventually, as you get used to this, you stop living your life and start living a performance. The writer Mark Manson, in his book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, writes something powerful. You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon, and in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of fucks to give. That line might sound funny, but it contains a brutal truth. Your attention is limited. Your emotional energy is limited. If you spend it worrying about everything, you will have nothing left for the things that actually matter. When you care about everything, you become mentally fragile. One comment ruins your day. One criticism destroys your confidence. One rejection makes you question your worth. But the strongest people you know operate differently. They don't care about everything. They care about very few things, very deeply. The philosopher Epictetus said this 2,000 years ago. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of the stress in your life is not coming from reality. It's coming from imaginary judgment. What if they think I'm stupid? What if they don't like me? What if I fail? In reality, most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to care that much about yours. Let's take a very simple example. Imagine you post something online. For the next 2 hours, you keep checking your phone. Did people like it? Did someone comment? Did someone disagree? Now imagine someone leaves a negative comment. Your mood changes instantly. You start thinking about it. You replay it in your head. Meanwhile, the person who wrote the comment has forgotten all about it a minute later. This is the modern tragedy. You let a stranger who doesn't even remember you live rent-free in your mind for hours or even days. The great personalities we know of, entrepreneurs, artists, inventors, leaders, they usually care the least about approval. They were willing to be misunderstood. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." If Steve Jobs had tried to please everyone, the iPhone would probably never exist. Every meaningful achievement in history required someone to say, "I don't care if people disagree." So the real question is not, how do I stop caring completely? Because that's impossible. The real skill is choosing what deserves your care. Mark Manson explains this beautifully. Maturity is not when you stop caring. Maturity is when you realize most things are not worth caring about. Your boss's random mood, internet arguments, people who criticize everything. These things deserve zero emotional investment. Your health, your character, your relationships, your growth. These are the things that actually deserve your attention and care. So how do you actually practice this, implement it in your life? Let me give you 3 practical ways. 1. Stop explaining your life to everyone. Confident people don't constantly justify their decisions. They simply say, "This is what I'm doing," and move on. 2. Accept that some people will misunderstand you. No matter what you do, some people will disagree. Some people will judge you, and that's okay. As psychologist Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. That journey automatically means not everyone will approve. 3. Ask one powerful question. Whenever something stresses you, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time the answer will be no, and suddenly it becomes much easier to let it go. At the end of the day, life is not about eliminating problems. It's about choosing which problems are worth having. Every meaningful life requires struggle, but you get to decide. Are you struggling to impress people or struggling to build something meaningful? One struggle drains you, the other builds you. So maybe the goal is not to stop giving a damn completely. Maybe the real goal is to give fewer damns, but give them to the right things. If this video made you think differently about your life, then maybe it's time to ask yourself one question. What am I currently giving too many damns about that doesn't actually deserve them?